What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Digital Deliberation. We are back again for another episode, and I am your host, Rome. And I was seeing the reception. As I said last episode, I will be putting the first episode up on both my personal channel and the Splits and Sake channel, but continuing to upload on the Splits and Sake channel only from there, depending on how the reception goes. And I've gotten more views on my personal channel than I did on the Splits and Sake. So I don't know, man. I'm upload this video on both again and see where it goes from there. But we'll see, man. We'll see. If the people talking, they want it on the main channel, it's gonna be on the main channel, man. You gotta get the people what they want. But yo, not a lot of news, but we got some news nonetheless. So let's get into it. Go into our gaming section as always. Starts things off with our gaming. So we're seeing WWE2K26 makes ringside pass U-turn following the widespread criticism. The new patch is out now. So 2K has revealed that it will be fundamentally changing how its ringside pass works in WWE2K26 following the widespread criticism. The main tag. So ever since the new battle pass system was revealed for this year's 2K wrestling release, players had expressed concerns over how it would replace the traditional 6 DLC packs that they come to expect. The crux of the issue being that it would now take dozens of hours of play to unlock. So damn, they got you grinding, complete 40 tiers. So you gotta complete all 40 tiers of the pass just to unlock the characters, rather than the instant unlock that DLC pass grants. So paying for the DLC, then you have to grind to get the characters. It's crazy. So this means that even when paying for the premium tiers of the ringside pass, fans will have to sink more hours into their busy schedules than anticipated just to receive the wrestling icons they already purchased. Yo, these companies, what Q-Tip said, record companies, people are shady. You're gonna have to put that to gaming now. So that's because in version 1.07, patch notes is below, 2K has announced that from season 2 onward, all 4 characters in the premium track of the pass will be unlocked immediately in tier 1. So you'll get your characters as soon as the pass opens up. And the amount of XP needed to progress through each tier has also been reduced from 800 to 625. So basically making the game the way it should pretty much have been from jump. Like, I don't know why they trying to nickel and dime people, bro. Like, this is a kudos to the WWE2K community, because it's like, people also gotta understand, like, yes, this hobby is a luxury. It's an expensive hobby, but at the same time, because you're paying for this service and this hobby, you have the power to voice what you should be paying for. So voting with your wallet and letting these companies know, like, yo, basically paying us to waste our time. Instead, like, we're paying you guys to waste our time instead of just paying for what set that we're supposed to be getting. So that's great that, you know, y'all finally utilizing y'all voice and y'all wallets to, like, let these companies know that this ain't cool at all. So that's good for them. But let's hope that more companies, not only more companies, but more communities, because, like, again, these companies won't do nothing unless we say something. Because going into our next topic, GTA 5, you already know the reason why we ain't got a GTA 6 when we should have gotten a GTA 6 is because of y'all, like, paying for the shark cards and doing all the online role plays. Like, you're not giving them a reason to need to put out a new game when this game is already making them as much money as they can. It's like, why are we rushing for another game then? But sad news, GTA 5 is going to be leaving the Xbox Game Pass soon. I didn't bring the topic up for this, but for something else, but I'm going to get into it for a second. So we learned that Grand Theft Auto 5 will leave the Xbox Game Pass catalog on April 15th, along with several other games like Ashen, I'm not even going to try, Chronicle, 100 Heroes, and My Little Pony. Not My Little Pony. Damn, sad day for Game Pass. But GTA 5's removal was the most frustrating, not just because of the game's pedigree, but because of how frequently titles from Rockstar Games move on and off of gaming subscription servers. That's key right there. As y'all know, I'm a big advocate of owning your physical media in whatever shape or form, because a lot of people don't know that when you start these games up and like when you click the terms and agreements or whatever, that they always have you start, like the fact that terms and agreements is like in your games when you just booting it up instead of just popping the game on and playing it is crazy. But signing the contract to play games is crazy. And what be in those are pretty much them saying like, you don't own these games. Even if you bought it like digitally on the store, you still don't own the game. Like, they can remove these games off your library still. Like, a lot of these dead games, such as, I don't know how it works right now, but like games like Avengers, the Marvel Avengers game, that's dead. Like, if you have that game, it's like you can't do nothing with it. So that's already another terrible thing. So live service games is kind of a big iffy thing on ownership, because the service died and the game dies. And then a game that's just not really doing well, period, and they just kill it all, they can take that off your library too. So that's my thing about my disbelief in subscriptions. I don't really like paying for subscriptions at all. Try to own anything you can. And I know it sucks because you don't realize it until like you moving and you gotta move to a place and you realize how much stuff you gotta pack up and how much stuff you gotta unpack once you get to your next space. But yo, I think that headache is more worth it than you paying however much for games and then they no longer there. So that sucks. But it is what it is, man. Again, I can't tell people what to do with their money, but I believe that you guys want to participate in certain hobbies where things are relying on a subscription and being on a cycle. Like, how many times we talked about this on the podcast of how many times like trying to watch a movie and it's just off of streaming service, like all of them for whatever reason. Like 1 month it was there, but then I was like on none of them. Now you actually gotta buy it or rent it digitally, or if you have the actual disc, then you can watch it whenever you want. So that's what I'm saying. But that's craziness. But hey man, Game Pass people. But the Game Pass people who don't have GTA 5 after all these years and been playing it strictly on Game Pass, what are y'all doing? But at the same time, y'all got to the 15th to figure out what y'all gonna do. Cause it's gonna be gone and don't know when it's gonna come back again. And a little some side stuff for gaming. We got a little discount, so I'm gonna help people out because we know we're in a crazy time right now. So here we go. The ripple effects from RAM and thus high-end GPUs shortages have continued to resonate throughout the PC industry. Unfortunately, this means that prices of pre-built gaming PCs are continuing to rise, not fall. Deals do still pop up, but not nearly as frequently as in prior months. For this week only, Best Buy is offering the Acer Nitro 60 RTX, the 5070 Ti gaming PC for $19.19, payment $19.20 with free delivery. So there y'all go. For like I said, for people who I don't even say it. I mean, I prefer building because it's a good skill to know when it comes time for upgrading and management and just trying to take care of your console. You don't have to be afraid of opening your PC. You don't have to be afraid of opening your PC to touch things. But if you're trying to just get in, especially this time, if you got the money for it right now, there you go, only for this week. So for people who want to get in Best Buy, want to get a PC, and got a little under than $2K to blow, well, you're probably gonna need 2K because you're still gonna need your monitor, keyboard, and mouse. But this is gonna be the main work. So if you can afford that and you're willing to make that leap, go for it, man. Because like they said, even pre-builds is gonna start rising as well. So just getting parts separately sucks, and now just getting the pre-built is gonna start sucking more. So hopefully there's more deals out there. I'll post more, keep y'all posted for anybody out there. And speaking of deals, well, not really a deal, but upcoming things this month, yo. Like I said, gaming, in terms of games, gaming is great. But it's all the extra stuff that we got to deal with right now that makes it sucks. So here's the upcoming games on just April. Look at this list. So I'm not gonna go through all of it. Well, I'll try to go through it quickly. But so we got Goat Simulator. So these are the games that's already out. As I'm recording this is the 6th. So these 3 games are already out. We got Goat Simulator only on the Switch too, so I'm guessing Goat Simulator 3 probably was already released, and I'm guessing this just got released. I don't keep up with the Goat Simulator franchise. Darwin's Project is on all platforms. Modulus is on PC only, and then now we got all of this coming up. I don't know what most of these games are, but here you go. A Pokemon game coming out. Samsung, Hades 2. I know people like Hades. I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan, but it doesn't look like something that I would enjoy. But I don't know. Maybe I would. I just never tried it, but it just never. When things speak to me, I don't go seeking games like that. Like it just has to yo, that looks interesting, I'll play it. So Hades never gave me that looks interesting, I want to play it vibe. So I've heard none of good things about it, of course, but for me, myself, it ain't spoke to me. Starfield is coming to PlayStation for the Sony people out there. I believe it was originally just on the Xbox and probably PC maybe, but just mainly Xbox. So April 14th, you guys will get a chance to play it and own it. See what the hype is about. We got Cthulhu. I don't know most of the Tamagotchi people. April 16th for the Switch. Just the Switch 1, not even the Switch 2. So people for our previous Switch owners, y'all still getting some action. Because I know Nintendo are being kind of gung-ho about making games strictly for the Switch 2 and not jumping back, unless it's a game that's not like this right here, because you can see it's on both. Probably not graphically heavy, but I like that. Stop making games for these almost 10. I won't even say almost. I think they are 10 years old now. The PS4 and the Xbox One. I mean, yeah, you're holding gaming back, but at the same time, I can't afford the new console because the price is going up. So yeah, PS4 people's in a odd predicament right now. As I already talked about, Pragmata coming out on the Switch 2. It's coming out on everything. If y'all haven't tried the demo, like I told y'all, I don't know what to tell y'all, but the game is coming out on the 17th. My boy Jane Silent Bob coming out with another game on course 420 on the original Switch. Okay. Kingdom's Return, Outbound. Why does that sound familiar? Not sure what that is. Diablo 4 expansion. They still keeping that game alive. Skyrim for like the 50th time being released on the Switch 2 on April 28th for our Skyrim fans who want to own it for the 500th time. Go ahead. I couldn't do Skyrim. I tried it several times, so I'm not gonna say that I just looked at it and said nah, I tried it. It wasn't for me. As I gotten older, I'm starting to learn that I don't have a big connection with the medieval setting, which is funny enough because I had to start on like RuneScape and stuff, and I used to love that. But as I got older, like games like Skyrim And even The Witcher, I had to force myself to finish The Witcher. Baldur's Gate 3, I had to force myself to beat Baldur's Gate 3. It's just that setting just does not speak to me no more. I don't know why. That's weird. So that setting just an instant turn off for me. Fallout 4, I guess it's another re-release for the Switch 2. So the Switch 2 is getting some re-releases of older games, making that console look like they got something. But here's the heavy hitter right here for our fighter fans. Invincible versus at the end of April, PS5, Xbox, and PC. I haven't, funny enough, only watched the first. Yeah, I think I only watched the first season of Invincible, which is weird. I liked it. I just stopped. And I know they're on like season 4 right now, so I don't know. But yeah, so here's all the games that's coming up. Y'all want to pause or whatever. There's something for everybody on just about every platform. So yo, find you a game, stick with it. Don't try to keep up with all the hype games, like, you know, because you already know out of all of these games, you know, mostly the streamers is gonna be playing Pragmata. Probably gonna get a Hades 2 stream out there too. Definitely gonna get some Invincible streams, and other than that, probably some Diablo 4 streams. But other than that, most of these games you probably ain't gonna hear or see from like content creators. So do your own research, see what you like, and get you something to play, man, because you know these companies is out here trying to wild out on y'all. So find something that's in your budget with a good healthy community, and support that. So a follow-up from last episode where I mentioned that Ye released the Bully album, the long-awaited Bully album, because it turns out it was one of those albums that was like just being leaked, but it was like demo version. So I don't know. But he finally released it, and here is what the people are saying. We got the critic scores giving it a 51, so they're saying it's mid. And user scores are giving it a 65, which is above mid. We got some little reviews. Hot press. Kanye West shares his first good album in 10 years. Rolling Stone says the Troubled Stars' latest album offered plenty of fan service but little substance. Even your boy Needle Dropper said Bully, while quite mediocre, is a step in a more positive direction for Ye. So what I'm hearing, let me see, after public apology, return to music, after a hollowed out shell of his former self. What I'm hearing, and I'm gonna give my personal take, but what I'm hearing from these are we low key like it, but we don't want to just jump out and immediately just make it seem like Kanye just dropped a banger because of his past. And going with my personal expression, it's not a banger. It's very solid. I agree with the 65, maybe even a 70. Only because I guess whatever reason he couldn't clear the sample for Circles, and he used the other dude's voice instead of his own voice, unless that was AI, because apparently this version, this album, he says no AI on it, it's all natural, whatever. So I'm mad because the Circles, the demo leak version of that song had the same sample that MF Doom used on One Bear, which, you know, as you can see there, MF Doom is like one of my favorites. So I was like, yo, you lost points just for not keeping that sample. But the album is low-key solid. It's more, you know, the funny thing is, because he released the video for Father, and I put it in like the sample. That's like the only song that's like you would have thought that you were getting a banger from this album, but it does not fit this album at all, because this whole album is very self-reflective, like him really talking about all the things he's been dealing with and just what's going on around him and people around him and how he's dealing with everything. And then you get this song, which kind of sounds like it belongs in probably what's that album? I didn't hear it. Life of Pablo. Like this probably feel like it belongs there. This is my favorite song right here though. All the Love. As you can see, it actually has the highest score. That's interesting. That's interesting. That has the highest song, so a lot of people agree. This is by far the best song on this project. Very uplifting. Then you know me. I have, for y'all who don't know me, do know me. Prior to this and prior to my group podcast, I had a solo podcast called Relaxing Thoughts Podcast, where I mostly delve into topics of mental health and self-love and all of that good stuff. And this song is pretty much the soundtrack to that. So if you, for anyone who's like, that's why I'm saying this album is good for people who's like, you're just getting over something, or you just need that little boost to get you over something. This album kind of helps. So I wouldn't go in expecting like, yo, you about to get Yeezus, you about to get My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like, just listen to it and enjoy it for what it is. And of course, you have your own take, but don't go in there expecting. I think that's what it is. Don't expect. That's one thing. And one thing I learned too, I don't like listening to singles because I would go in. Like I said, if you only heard Father, you would have thought this album was going to be Life of Pablo 2 or Yeezus 2. And then you get the album and there's none of that. So I personally like to stay away from singles and just listen to the album for its entire context and see where it goes from there. But you can see from the users, there's a lot of mixed reviews. People like it, people don't like it, but it seems like it seems like the problem is we don't want to give him too much grace. I think that's the people don't want to. We not letting him off the hook easy, which is cool. So make him work for it. But we all see that this is a very solid project. It's not bad, but now it's like your next project has to be up there. Especially if he keeps up with like, you know, staying out the media for wrong reasons. Kanye could. I mean, look, Kanye got a solid discography, but you know, you're only as good as your last. You know, if Bully is his last, God forbid, for whatever reason, it could be his last. Like, it's not a bad note, but it's not his best note. So I think that next project should be the best note. For anybody out here who's interested in some concerts or whatever, Max B and French Montana are set to drop another project on this month. Wave Gods 2 apparently gonna drop the 24th after they already dropped the Narcos, which was fire, but I didn't appreciate it as much as I did when I first listened to it. I listen to most of my music when I'm working, and listening to it wasn't earbud music or headphone music. It's car music. You gotta bump that in the car. But as you can see, they doing a tour. See, I don't know if I can open this or whatever. Here we go. They're doing a tour. Anybody interested in seeing French Montana and Max B from May to July, and the New York City one is still to be determined, but here I go, man. And of course, I said the next album's coming out the 24th, so get yourself brushed up on some Max B and French Montana, baby. But the album I didn't know that I was waiting for. Funny enough, because I took a break from social media, so I was gone for like a month, but almost 2 months. And when I came back, I saw this. Y'all don't know, Blue in Exile. Funny enough that I was talking about DJs and hip hop artists. So Exile is the DJ and Blue is the rapper. I don't know about Blue and Exile. Y'all don't know about Blue, period. Y'all gotta learn yourself something. But Blue and Exile dropped one of the most underground classics in 2007, Below the Heavens, and they always get together every now and then to drop like a like their group project, but Blue usually do a lot of solo stuff too. And they just dropped, not just dropped, but to me it felt like they just dropped. I'm still bumping it. They dropped the previous project. What the hell? Love the Ominous World. So when I came back on Instagram, it's like this is the first thing I saw, and I was like, damn, yeah, dropping another album again. So here we go, 420. Time heals everything. So for our anime fans, One Piece returned. Well, not tonight, but I believe yesterday, the 5th. One Piece is one of those. I know a lot of people love to. It's too long, blah blah. It's worth it. Just get in on it. It's worth it. So I know, Oda was on a break from the anime for a while, so he finally came back. I'm still not caught up. I'm not. I took a break. I took a break from the manga. I took a break from everything last year. I was on a personal. I need a break. So me doing this is kind of me returning back to content creating. So now I'm getting back into doing everything, and next up is going to get back into reading my manga again. I still got to finish a bunch of mangas. But yeah, One Piece is back. For my Daredevil fans, I was talking about Daredevil. As I'm recording this, I believe the next episode comes out tomorrow, episode 4. The first 3 episodes, bangers, man. Especially the last episode, hands, baby, hands. You know I love me some hands. I just love watching Daredevil fights. But I still think his fighting is better on the Netflix version compared, because you could tell that you could see that they rely, now they got the budget, so they cranking out the CGI compared to like before. Like you can actually see this man getting exhausted from the fighting. Like he putting in the work. So I appreciate that. But yeah, that's mostly it. So that's everything. And yeah. So as always, man, if you guys enjoyed this episode, share, like, comment, anything you guys feel I should talk about, or I don't know, just give me your thoughts. Whatever y'all feeling, let's talk. I'll respond to any comment. And yeah, again, vice versa on what channel you find this on. If you find this on the Splits and Sake channel, you come over to my digital relaxation channel. If you find it on my digital relaxation channel, you can come over to Splits and Sake. If you want to see the group stuff or the solo stuff, and yeah, all the links will be in the description. And yeah, for the Splits and Sake people, we gearing up. Season 3, we gearing up, making moves. We slowly getting there, figuring things out right now. As we saw, there's a new spot we be recording in. Max already broke it in for us. So we got some more coming before we get the main podcast back. And yeah, man, so till next time.
Shy hopped in the cab, chopped from the grass. What's poppin', he asked. Nah, the new tracks was my reply. Any bags to get high with? Nah, shit. I was hoping to chill in God's cockpit.